Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming to what I just changed the name of the show from the Viral Project to the Viral Challenge. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat first. Hello, Russ Stapleton. Good to see you. Russ says, hey, I hear in order to go viral, you either need a cute dog, a cute baby, or an inflatable ballerina costume and a love for McRibs. Let me tell you what, Russ, you couldn't have said it better. There's a lot in there that we can kind of unpack. Hello, James Ryan. Good to see you. It's Joey's World. Hey, Lisa, Keith, and Joey. Good to see you. Let's see. We got Captain Akron. Good to see you, my friend. It just jumped on me. Hold on. This happens a lot with this software. Pearl Manhattan, good to see you. Rob Fuzz, my partner. Awesome. Kay Atwood, good to see you, Kay. Rob says that he want in but can't join for now. Okay, well, if you can join later, Rob, please do. We've got Amy from AJC Magic TV. Amy, great to have you here. Oh, man, my screen keeps jumping. Hey, Todd B. Good to see you, my friend. Piglet Roo loves Disney. Good to see you. And all right, I'm pretty caught up on this end. So guys, thanks for coming. I have some really great guests waiting in the background here. We'll introduce them in a second. I want to go over a couple things here real quickly. So first off, with the live place, if you didn't see it before, I'm doing a new sort of a rotation of shows. So week one, I'm starting to work on a podcast series called Podcast Startup. And week two is Game Central, where I'm putting on some trivia kind of games. And we did that, and it was a lot of fun. Hey, Timothy Rainwaters, good to see you. Week three, it says Viral Project. It should say the Viral Challenge now. So that's what we're doing tonight. And week four is my news show, which I'll be doing next week. So, hey, Margaret Nagy, good to have you here. Okay, next. But to make it a little more complicated, next month I'm not doing this show on Sunday night, the Viral Challenge. I am doing predictions. And that's something that I've actually got somebody from our community that you guys know and love who's going to help me out. And I'm actually looking for a couple more people. This is a new concept I'm going to work on, and it just has to do with making predictions in different areas. I will tell you more about that to come. So Avery, the Cuban American, good to have you here. Myers and the Mouse, good to see you. Kelly and Yvonne, good to have you here. All right. Now I would like to bring on my guests. And Ron and Meredith, thank you very much for being here.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, Dean?
Hey, we're good. How are you guys?
We're doing
Good.
well.
So if you guys don't know Ron and Meredith, they are the DePhilly crew, and I am pronouncing it correct now, am I not?
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Yep.
And they are been some faithful and awesome live streamers in this community. And I was just telling them before the show, I often talk about them because of their background. Look at what is behind them. What you have is a family that is passionate about the things we're interested in, obviously Disney and some other things that we're going to talk about. So anyway, Ron and Meredith, thank you very much for being here.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
So what I want to do is, first off, before we get into some of the specifics, I wanted to bring up the definition. I'm going to remove you for just a second to make this bigger. A viral video is a video that becomes popular through a viral process of internet sharing, typically through video sharing website sites such as YouTube, and of course we're going to talk about TikTok, as well as social media and email. So Ron and Meredith have not just one, but they have a number of very viral videos. And one in particular is extremely viral. And in fact, what I am going to do is put that up on the screen here.
Oh, it's so old.
I forgot to check. What year did you put out this video?
Oh.
What did that say?
2011?
2011.
Yeah.
It was probably my first time. This is my first time getting behind the camera to talk about something that we did, and that's our daughter, who's now 19. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny. So this is actually 9 years old, you're saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So let me put you guys up on the screen, and if you don't mind, we didn't prepare much beforehand, as Ron attest. I am going to ask them some questions. If anybody else wants to join the stream and got my link, please feel free to do so. But I'm going to ask you guys some questions. But first off, let me do this, and I am going to make you, I don't know how to make you, if I make you front and center, I'm afraid I'm going to, oh, here we go. There we go. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yes, we still can hear you.
All right. First off, tell us the story of this video. If you didn't see it, it has over 300,000 hits on it. And it's an amazing video, but I don't want to say too much. Please tell us the story about that.
So I think it was a short little video, and that was shortly after you went to Universal Studios on one of our vacations. It was right after Harry Potter land opened up. I think it was at Islands of Adventure, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we just bought all these wands. I became addicted to Harry Potter because of the park. And I just, like I have enthusiasm for Disney, I had that same enthusiasm for Universal, and it increased after going to Harry Potter. So after coming back, I talked to my wife and said, hey, why don't we just throw up a video? Harry Potter just opened up. We get all these wands and some other merchandise. I think others would like to see what it's like, what it's like to go to Harry Potter, some of the merch that you can get there, and just go from there and see where it takes us. As well, it was something I could do with my daughter at the time. So, just a way to bond and spend time with the kids.
And when we buy stuff, we have to buy more than one, always. As you can see.
So I brought the picture back up here. How many wands do you have there?
Oh, how many is there?
That's about 7, but we have about a dozen now.
Yeah.
How much does a wand cost, or how much did it cost then?
Then it was about $30
yeah,
a wand.
$30 or so. Yeah.
Okay.
They're a little bit more now.
I know nothing about Harry Potter, to be quite honest, but can you do you know exactly why? I mean, I'm assuming there's other wand videos. What about your video do you think caught on?
Big part of it, I think, was timing. I think I uploaded this shortly after the park opened. So I think we were at the parks about 3 weeks after opening. And I remember watching the opening on YouTube or on TV. I can't remember where.
I think it was on Today's Show.
And it was just massive crowds, and it was something that everyone was talking about. So I think that was one of the things, was I uploaded it right after it opened up. And everyone's a Harry Potter fan. It's
right.
like being a Star Wars fan, right? I mean, you have your fanatics out there. So everybody just wanted to see what this
and they wanted to see like the quality of the wands, because they're good quality. It's not a cheap thing, cheap plastic thing. It's nice resin. It's good. So I mean, I think that they wanted to see different what kinds they had. I think that's why.
Well, I have a lot of questions for you, but I almost would like to, maybe I'll go through and do it the way I have prepared here. So since we're lucky to have you guys on, I've prepared, let's see, 13 different questions. Hey, we've got somebody else, and I'd like to bring him in really quick here. Kelly.
Hey, hello. Hi guys, how you doing?
Good yourself?
Good, doing well, thank you.
Have you had the privilege of meeting Ron and Meredith before?
We've talked, but we've never had the chance to actually meet.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We go like down.
Down I do.
Well, Kelly, thanks for being here. Kelly, so I've got a number of questions, and thank you very much for hopping on. And I'm going to go through that, and I want to ask anyone who wants to join. I know one other person said they might as well, and just get everyone's thoughts. Now, obviously, Ron and Meredith have a huge success with their wand videos and a couple more. So feel free to talk about this any way you'd like. I know that I missed a lot of people in the chat, and I do apologize. Let me really quickly say hello to a few people. I saw Michelle and or Garrett from Monarch Moments. Good to see you. I know there was somebody else I missed. Mike Wheeler, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you got that candle, or maybe that might not be there yet, but Mike won a candle in my gaming night. And Steve's World. Hey, Steve, good to see you, buddy. So, Steve, are any of you that got the message? Hey, Shelly Starwalker, good to have you here. Dances with Goofy, good to see you, Rhonda. And I think that covers it. So I have Ron and Meredith, Kelly from Myers and the Mouse. I'm going to go through and we're going to talk about this viral challenge, which I'm putting out there this year, which says, hey, can't we in our community challenge each other? Let's see if we can talk about a viral video. What does it take? What are the advantages? And then challenge you to create one this year sometime. So question number one, if you can see it, I think I'll make my screen front and center right now, which is, first off, I will tell you that the most hits that any video that I've put out with my brother Epcot Bob is called Minicot, where we created a miniature Epcot at his home in Minnesota here. And our highlight was a Soarin' recreation, and it got 31,000 views. Now, in my opinion, 31,000 views does not constitute a viral video. So I am going to put everybody back on and ask, and I got to do one more thing, sorry. I'm going to start with Ron and Meredith. In your opinion, and I just want a number from both of you or each of you, which is, what does it take to have a viral video? How many hits do you think constitutes a viral video?
I don't know.
I think it's hundreds of thousands. I mean,
yeah.
I know I had 300,000 on that video. I still don't think that. I wouldn't consider that viral. I think it's something like 500,000 to 1 million would make something go viral, because that's just telling me it's being shared a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would even say your 300,000 you don't consider viral?
I wouldn't. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
It's good. I don't know if it's viral. I'm proud of it, but I don't know if it's viral. I don't know.
It's all about perspective. Probably for me, 300,000 sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Kelly, how about you?
I actually was going to say, I think it's relative. I think it's very relative to you and your channel. For some people, 1,000 is a viral to them, and it's exciting. To me, I would say as a smaller creator, 100,000 to me, that excites me. And I've had one video that has done that. And so for me, that one to me kind of went viral. But as far as if you're talking the big world, I think when you hit 1 million, that's definitely viral.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think I agree with you. I'm proud of having a video like that, and that something that I made that went viral. I mean, even last year I had one that hit 20,000. I went to a July 4th parade, and I come back and I'm looking at my stats, and I'm seeing like 300-400 an hour coming through, and that was like my July 4th excitement, was just watching that, and I'm like, how did I? That was right. I mean,
it was like a casino when the money keeps going ding 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 ding, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was exciting.
Those were fun fireworks to watch right there.
Yes.
Steve, my buddy, good for.
What's up, guys?
I know this guy.
I know all these
Where are we
people.
looking?
Yeah, look that way.
Steve is the busiest man in the live streaming community.
Yes.
Anybody?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, Steve. Our first question is, what do you think constitutes a viral video?
I'm in the same boat as Kelly is. I think once you hit 100,000, I think that's when you start to consider it a viral video. I mean, if you look at some of the greater ones the greater people that we have here in these communities, like Resort TV One, for instance, they get a lot of 30, 40, 50,000s. I don't know how many 100,000s they have, but I would say that's a pretty good constitution of what I would consider a viral video.
Yeah. And
or
that's
extreme popularity, one of the two. So.
Right. And I think that's a valid point is even if you get a 1 million hit video, what is the great advantage to that if you're not putting out more? So it's probably a lot better to have, tons of 50,000 videos, which some of their live streams have gotten well over 50,000 and I think near 100,000 hits. So great. All right. That was question number one. Oh, and by the way, Kelly, how many hits did you? What's your most viral video?
111,000, and it was my Vizio TV problem when Disney Plus came out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there for some reason Vizio didn't do an update, so when Disney Plus came out, everyone that owned a Vizio TV, smart TV, couldn't watch Disney Plus.
Oh.
And I found a workaround for it. I'll just throw the video out there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. and the next thing that happened is this thing just exploded. It was, and it's fun. It's like fireworks. It's 4th of July.
It's exciting.
It is fun to watch it just go crazy, and then to have over like 600 comments on it and thumbs up, and those numbers was just exciting to kind of see that happen. So.
When we put out, our mini-cot video came out in like around 2009, I want to say, and I posted it to. Have you guys heard of bizboards.com? It's a very popular forum for Disney discussion.
I think so. Yeah.
And I put it on their forum one night, and the next morning I got up and there was like, 100 comments, and that was similar to having that viral experience. It just blew me away. The video has 31,000 hits, and it's not growing very much anymore, but still a great experience. All right, question number 2. Sorry, I'm going to do that, and then I know that it's kind of hard to read, but we'll start with you, Ron and Meredith. What are the perks of having a viral video? And by that, I mean, do you is that video monetized, and do you make a continual income from it?
Yes, I think I was monetized, although I don't think I made too much off it at the time, because I think what happened was that's back when I first started. If I knew what I knew today back then, maybe I could have been a little more successful at this, but I didn't continue pushing out content regularly. I wasn't following up with comments and all that. I kind of just threw it out there and kind of watched it for a day and kind of forgot about it for a while. But I think there are advantages that you can get more subscribers, hopefully more viewership.
Yep.
By having a viral video, as long as you can, keep following up with maybe similar content if you can, or.
So that's a great point, is you might want to have a strategy in place so that if you do have that viral video, you have a plan to take advantage of it rolling. That's a great point.
Yeah, that first one's kind of wow, you're not understanding what's kind of going on. So it's kind of hard to know that, oh, hey, maybe I need to do this or do that along with it.
How about, oops, this thing is jumping on me. Sorry. Magic of the Mouse is saying, Kelly, the Disney Plus video of yours came up my first time.
Click on it.
Now we gotta watch it.
Steve, how about you?
Well, like they said, the biggest perk of it is obviously that you expose yourself to a whole new audience, and you have a very slight window to capture that audience, to bring them in, whether it be through your video, reacting to their comments, or however you want to do it. But you have to have a lot of content on your channel to keep them around. If they look and see only 10 videos, it's not going to happen. So you need to continuously put out that content. The biggest perk, and really the only real perk, is that you expose yourself to a new audience, and it's just up to you now how to capture them.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep. Good point. All right. I'm going to go to question 3. Let's see if I can. So what are the downsides of having a viral video? Let me, well, I'm going to mix up the order just to be really creative here. So I'm going to start with Kelly on that one. Do you see, what are some potential downsides?
It's like trying ice cream for the first time. You really like it, but you don't ever know if you're going to get it again. It's there's with having a viral video, you also have to expect that you're not going to get everybody going, oh my gosh, that was the greatest video ever. You're still going to have thumbs down, which is interaction, which is great. You're going to have comments that necessarily aren't going to necessarily be the nicest sometimes. Somebody's always going to find a negative with your video, and you listen to it, you don't ignore it, but you don't live off of those negative comments. So you got to remain positive and take the criticism in context of what's going on. I think if you let some of those negative comments come out and drive you or make you even go change your video, for example, I wouldn't do those things.
Right. I know that with some of these questions, they're probably hard to add to, but does anybody have anything on top of that? Because I think Kelly covered it pretty well there.
Yeah, you just got to be able to embrace the negativity, and if it doesn't affect you at all, that's great. But the other part of having a viral video, the negative aspect of it is that you now have a standard to hit if you want to capture that audience. So you have to be able to continue to work harder and put out better content to be able to make sure it happens again, if you want to continue to hit the algorithms.
Yeah, I agree with that. I find I put more pressure on myself just knowing that I did that at one time. Just I want to get there again, even getting 20,000. I really not quite always sure what I did, and I want to hit that again, and I always get disappointed when a lot of my other videos don't even get to that level. But then I just have to say, you know what? There are people that enjoy watching it and they like it, and I should just be happy that those people are watching and just try to slowly build up, and hopefully I can get another one to take off again or something.
I know we've all had negative experiences, you're going to in this community, but I'm going to ask you all a question. Who here remembers or has a first memory of the most negative experience? Does something pop into your mind right away? Because it does for me.
I do, 100%.
And we right. You can mention it if you want to. I'm not mentioning mine.
I will say that for me, it was at the same time the most exciting moment, and I think a lot of it has to do with how you look at it. But the first time I got a thumbs down, I had that moment of, oh, somebody didn't like it, and then it was, wait, thumbs down. I got somewhere. You've made it. There's a thumbs down in your stream. Thumbs guy down. Thumbs down guy showed up in your stream. Okay, I've made it. So it was one of those happy kind of emotional moments, then you got to look at this good side of it and go, somebody took the time to click on it.
Yeah.
Give them a thumbs down. Okay, I'm doing all right then, because you got to take the good with the bad.
And I remember my first thumbs down, but what got me the very first thing that got me was when I finally hit 50 subs, and I cared about trying to get there, and I hit 50, and I lost one. That was the first time I lost a sub, and it really honestly bothered me quite a bit. And you start putting a lot of work into this thing and everything, and then from that moment on, though, I just decided you can't let that get to you, and numbers don't mean anything in retrospect, as long as you can do this mobily. So once you hit the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 hours, nothing else really matters. So it doesn't matter if you have 1,100 or 11,000 or 111,000. They're nice numbers to get to if you want to get to them, but I'm going to create the same content for the 100 people that I do if I ever hit 100,000. So
yeah.
I think even in that video there was a comment. It's probably deep. Someone asked me, was criticizing me, saying, "Why do I sound like Peter Griffin from Family Guy?" At first, I was like, "What?" But then I just kind of took a step back and I laughed, and I took it as a badge of honor. And I'm from Rhode Island as well, which is similar to where he's from. So I'm like,
He's from.
So I just learned from that first comment, if somebody wants to criticize me for doing it, I just brush it off. I get a chuckle out of it, because I know you're going to get those.
Yeah. I'll just say mine really quick. It was during a live stream. It was a troll, and it threw me off. I just wasn't ready to digest that kind of comment, and you try, but yeah. In fact, it bugged me that night so much. I'm gonna stop all trolls.
I think that first troll in anybody's stream kind of just totally kicks you off your center, and you're a little off kilter the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was fortunate enough that way back early, when that whole 50 sub thing happened, and I realized that I wasn't going to allow any negativity. When the first troll actually came in, I welcomed them into my stream and said, "Thank you for being here." So if you don't let it bother you, they have no power. So
yeah.
Well, all right, let's move on here. And I have, every time I bring up this slide, I have to shrink to show it, and I think I'm just going to read the questions, which is fine. So here's a great question for all of you, which I saw Patrick in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still on, but what is the best platform now, when we've got, obviously YouTube has been our platform, but now we have TikTok. So let me start with Steve on this one. What are you thinking about platforms? Where do you go for a viral video?
if you're trying to do a strict viral video, the easiest way to do it is TikTok. I personally don't like TikTok. It appeals to the 12 to 17-year-old girl range, is what most of the whole TikTok appeals to. But you can really put in a lot less effort and a lot less work than you do for YouTube, and hit something that goes just absolutely nuts. And you can even theme it and time it the same ways as other videos. So if you're looking for that instant notoriety with a viral video, that's the way to go. I personally don't care too much for TikTok, but if that's what you want to, I mean, it's a good platform. I have nothing against it. I just don't like being on it that much. So
I'm going to say, today is the third time I've downloaded that app, and I'm just on my phone again. I cannot go through those videos and find anything I like. I wish I could.
For you, but they're not for me. So.
Yeah. How about you, Ron Emeritus? What do you think about the platforms?
I think I agree with Steve. TikTok's probably where it is. I try to put some TikTok videos up, and I just
not too much.
I don't.
Two, right?
I have a few. I just don't get it. I don't enjoy making them, so I don't watch a lot of the videos on there. So I'd rather not have a viral video than trying to do something on TikTok. Maybe because I'm older.
I don't even know how to put it on. I don't know where it is. So
you got to do what makes you happy, and if you don't like it, it's not worth trying.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Kelly?
TikTok, a great platform, great for what it's designed for. I think YouTube allows us to have a better variety of creativity. So therefore, I like it a lot better. I think there's more work that goes into it, which there's times I enjoy that. And then, you know, it's kind of back and forth. You can work on something really hard and the video doesn't do very well. And then there's some things you do very little and it goes great. But as far as TikTok's concerned, to me, I'm more interested in the interaction. I want that interaction with the people in our streams. And to me, TikTok is like a high school girlfriend, very fickle. So I don't see that connection. I think it's kind of just add water, instant fame thing. You're a flash in the pan, and then it goes on. So I really do prefer this over TikTok.
Well, and you would obviously know what this has all led to too. We've had the ability to embrace certain people in this community. I've held a lot of their kids, been to their houses. I'm not going to get that on TikTok. So I prefer the emotional connection as well.
I agree. I mean, we've only been doing live streaming for about a year, and we've been on and off because, you know, sometimes some of our kids have been sick in the hospital, so we've had to stop for a while. But even if we only get 10 people on a live stream, if you're communicating, we're interacting for that time that we're live streaming, I enjoy that more than having 1,000, 100,000 people that don't interact. Because that's what for us, it's about making friends, you know, others in the community that have the shared interest and getting to know them.
Especially now that everyone's home, you can't go out talking to anybody. So this is great. This is great.
I like the fact, and I know Steve and I have kind of talked about this before, and you've probably heard us talk about it before, that if we touched one person's life with one of our streams, that's all that matters to me. One person comes in and their life was touched. We made them smile that day, or they had a better day because of me dressing up with donkey ears. then my gosh, then that was worth it.
I just have to say, if you haven't seen the Shrek video play that helped Kenzie Days with, Steve had the most amazing costume I've ever seen in my life. And Kelly, in this community, here we go. You are the most. You are an actor, my friend. I was so impressed.
We had a lot of fun. We really did. It was great working with everybody on that.
Well, and again, it wasn't just a play either. It was because Kenzie didn't get to have her high school graduation play as a senior. And so the community stepped up, put on this play with her. She wrote it, directed it, we had auditions. I auditioned from a parking lot at Costco. It was so much more than just being a play about Shrek. It was what it meant to her that meant the world to this community.
This community, and it sounds, I don't think this sounds arrogant to say it. It will never be matched, in my opinion, as to what happened here. And we all know it started with Josh and Jenna and Resort TV One, and I know we talk about it a lot, but I just have to say, from my perspective with the live place, I want to venture into new categories. I didn't know the Disney thing was going to grow so big, but so glad that it did. But as I'm venturing in other categories, I ask myself, is this going to happen again like this ever? And I really struggle to believe that it will. It would be nice, but I don't know. I want to really quickly say, there's a whole bunch of people who joined, and I'm sorry I didn't get to say hello. I know I saw Jim, More Sunshine Please, Road Trip Dave, T-Tom, Mary Ellen, Charlie and Stacy from Disney Nerd Herders, Tim Pruitt. Guys, sorry. What I'd like to do to kind of get a little more audience involvement now is in the comments, I'm going to ask these guys this question, put them on the spot, but any videos, like what are your most favorite viral videos of all time? And I have two that I've thought of. I didn't let these guys know what the questions were in advance. So anybody, hello, Stacy Rogers. Good to see you. Post your most favorite viral videos. I'm going to start with Ron and Meredith. Do any come to mind?
From our videos or just videos in general?
In general, yeah.
Oh,
Can't even think of one.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I know for me, I don't look at the views, the view counts when I look at videos. I look at the content. So I couldn't tell you about any viral videos that I watch.
No, I can't remember. I know if it's funny, that's I like it. Yeah. But other than that, I can't.
Probably remember. The closest thing that I can think that's pretty recent is from Stranger Things, because we actually did this as well, where it was a parody of the Never Ending.
Singing the Never Ending Story song. We did a parody of it, yeah.
And we kind of seen some others do that, and that it kind of inspired us to do our own, and that was out of our comfort zone, because if you know us, especially me, I would never in a million years do that, dress up and try to lip sync. That is
okay. Me either.
It was fun, but it was like out of our comfort zone.
But seeing how others did it and how they had such a great time, that's why I said, I'll do it. And I had fun, but I'm not sure I would do that again.
Stacey Rogers just put one that's definitely my top 5. It's
mine too.
And if you haven't seen
yes, that one, yeah.
Oh,
Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's a good one.
I forgot about that one.
Mary Ellen, that's a great one because I remember, if I remember right, Jenna was a little panicked being there, and but it was so fun, and they had so many people join. I remember it was many thousands and that was a lot at the time too. So, how about Steve?
So the other, I had the two. I had the Charlie bit my finger. The other one I have is, I don't know if anybody remembers Antoine Dodson, where somebody was trying to break in or something. He said, "Hide your wives, hide your children." Do you remember that guy at all? That was one of the greatest things I think I've ever seen on TV ever. So he that was my other one that I remembered.
How about you, Kelly?
You totally caught me off guard with this one. I don't know. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. I do like the one Steve mentioned, though. That is a funny one when they did the dubstep or whatever that is to some of those, where they kind of switched it up and played it over and over again. I think the other one was "Ain't Nobody Got Time for That" video. I think that was another one that caught my eye. But other than that, I've kind of put my focus on, everybody in our kind of community and watching some of those videos and ninja watching some people. And
that's a great point. And that was a thing I have there. What is the value of a viral video? I mean, I am going to talk about one that did have some substantial value because I saw it, and I bet most of you have seen it. Have you all seen David After the Dentist?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Is it one of the after getting wisdom teeth videos?
Those are hilarious.
Those are great.
It is so good. You have to watch it. And I will just tell you in that situation, since I saw the dad interviewed, they made enough money from that one video to send their son to college someday and more. So it was like there have been a lot of copycat videos on it since then, but David After the Dentist is worth watching.
And I want to go back to, you got a question down here from Tim Pruitt, and we talked about it already, but I do want to go back and revisit it because the more I sit here and think about it, I don't think we can actually put a number on what makes a viral video viral, because I think it's all in relative to the channel for which it goes. Because 100,000 for me would be a viral video. It's something that's not in my realm and not in my wheelhouse. And then when I hit something at 100,000, that would be a viral video for me. But there's a lot of bigger channels, and one that I watch all the time is called the Dangy Bros. They have 2.9 million subs or something like that. But every video they do gets 1 million views. So they don't have 300 viral videos, but I think it's all relative to your audience and the growth of your channel. If it's something that's maybe a percentage. We can talk in percentages bigger than what your normal videos are. But I mean, I think it's relative to the channel as to whether or not it's considered viral.
Yeah.
Because 100,000 to me would be a viral video. 100,000 to them would be a really bad day.
Yeah.
Good point. Yep.
Mike Wheeler says, "Is this real life?" That was a quote from the David After the Dentist one. And
I'm gonna write that down and go watch it.
Oh, that one is so good. And if you don't know who Chad Vader is, Chad Vader did a funny play on it afterwards, which is also worth watching. So
Who is that? Chad Vader?
Chad Vader does David After the Dentist. So check them both out there. But do the David After the Dentist first. And the other one that I was going to mention too, which I enjoyed, was The Evolution of Dance.
I remember that one. Yeah.
That one is great. That guy was very talented. All right, next question. Thanks for everybody joining, and I'll try to get back to comments here as soon as I can, but I'm going to ask the next question for now, which is very good. This is, to me, a very interesting question. Are viral videos lucky or well-planned? And obviously, there are both. But Kelly, I'll start with you. Do you think they're more based on luck or planning?
I think you can do both. I think for some people, it's just luck. I think for other people, if you hit the hot spot at the hot time, you know, our viral video that we had was just, it hit at the right time. There was a need, and I put on my thumbnail, you want to watch Disney Plus on Vizio. People were Googling it. They were YouTube searching it. They were Bing searching it. They were doing all those things. So for me, it was the right video at the right time. So, you know, that to me, I was lucky. There are people out there that actually plan. They have a thought process out there, and they will say, okay, this is the hot thing. I have to do a video now for this to get that. And so they actually do plan, and they try to find that hot topic and hit those hot topics as much as they possibly can. I'm not that fast.
Well, we're not young anymore, Kelly, are we?
Whew. No. No. Being Steve's dad wears on you after a while. Uh-oh.
Dean froze.
Dean froze.
No, he's so I think it's about 20-80. I think it's about 20% luck and 80% planned, because you're going to have those people that have no idea why they did it, but they did it, and it's going to take off, and nobody will be able to explain it because it happens on TikTok every day. Nobody understands anything about what happens there, but it'll happen on YouTube as well. But there's a lot of planning that goes into it, and like Kelly said, a lot of it's about timing. There's an event, you got to be the first one there. You got to be what's in front of people that they want to watch, especially with movie reviews. You know, a movie review's coming out. There's going to be a handful of people that get their reviews and reactions out immediately, but you're going to have to be the one that gets in front of the people the best. And then there's also so much planning with tagging things and putting your descriptions in your titles, because you're looking for keywords in your titles. You're looking for those keywords to be at the beginning of your descriptions. And then your tags are the most important thing about trying to get shared out on an algorithm for a viral video. So there's a lot of planning involved in trying to get a viral video, but there is that 20%, I would say, that just there's no explanation for why they did it. And they may not even have tags. It just happened to go and it just took off. And you can do the exact same thing and tag your video and all that. 'Cause I've actually had videos of people that actually took theirs viral, and I put mine up, but added to it and added the tags and added and mine don't go anywhere. So it's just a matter of, so that's the part I think is luck, when you don't know why it does it, but there's a lot of planning and effort that can go into making it so that it hits the algorithms and becomes a viral video.
I'll give you an example. I did the Vizio TV video. And 4 days later, I did the exact same video, same tags. The only thing I changed was how to do it from an iPhone, not a laptop. That was the only thing I changed, was the directions between the two. One of them has 110, almost 111,000 hits. One has just hit 10,000. It's the same video if you look at them side by side, except for the instructions are changed. That's it. So, luck, yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it.
I mean, I think with us, when I talked about my firework video, that was a specific series that I planned to do just for things we did for July 4th. I think we did that like a couple of years prior. And I just wanted to throw it out there, show it to people who maybe, for those who've never been to Disney for July 4th. And I remember that July 3rd, I threw up the Magic Kingdom fireworks. That's when we typically would see them. But I remember last year they were delayed because of the rain. So I think that's what, like, for me, I didn't plan for it to go viral, but I think because of the rain kind of pushed the start time, people just started popping up my video thinking it was the
real
one.
thing.
It was the real thing.
Right.
And that thing just took off and just kept going and going all the way through the next day. So, I mean, I think there is some small amount of luck for it to catch on.
Yep.
I think about another timing thing for me. I have another video that's over I don't know, I think it's 1,000, which to me 1,000 views on a video, I'm happy about that. That makes me smile. It's got like 1,100 views, and a lot of it had to do with the thumbnail and the timing. And believe it or not, it's an hour and 45-minute video of me driving in my car.
I remember that video.
I tagged it as Myers and the Mouse evacuating Disney World.
Oh yeah, we watched it.
Picture of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has my highest views, my highest retention, and it's one of my best videos. And it was us driving back from Florida to Kansas, and we had a great time. It was a blast. But timing was a lot.
And Dean got the blue screen to death. He said he's working on getting back in. But it's not only about timing in world events too. It's also about timing of day, about when you release your videos, and it's also about consistency. Because if you want to, there's a million people that'll have all their opinions on the algorithms and all this, that, and the other. But the one thing that they all seem to have in common is consistency. If you're going to release, you want to release the same time of the day, the same day of the week every time. And when you start seeing that consistency, people are going to start coming expecting that you're going to be putting a video out that or a live stream out that day. So it's all about timing and consistency. But it's also like, do you release it at 9 o'clock in the morning? Do you release it at 10 o'clock at night? It matters in their grand scheme of things, how you're going to fit into their plans and their equations.
Well, I think it's a good point, Steve, because we were trying to be consistent. Then, my daughter got into the hospital. I lost that consistency. I didn't post anything for a few weeks because, I'm not going to post when my daughter's in the hospital. But I had to build that all back up again. And then I think I did that, and then I got sick. Yeah. And then we started that cycle again. And it's hard once you lose that consistency to get that back and get those viewerships to come back. I'm just starting to see it come back, and it's been like a good 4 months just trying to get that viewership where I need to be.
And it takes patience. You've got to be patient because life happens. You have to roll with the punches that you're dealt, and you family and life come first above this. And as bad as that is to say, and what we want it all to be as big as we can, family and life have to come first. Right. And in doing that, sometimes you have to make sacrifices and take a step backwards and then reinvest to start back over. So, Bill from Dean's back.
Hi, Dean. Welcome in, Dean. Good to have you here.
Thanks for being here, Dean.
Blue screen of death. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, buddy.
We talk about timing. To tell you how important timing is, I recall hanging out with this guy for hours at a soft opening at Galaxy's Edge with 20 some other streamers, all in that timing.
This video is going to go viral with Dean frozen like this. Awesome. Hi guys. Sorry. I'm late.
Oh, hey. Hi, Rob Fuzz.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Hi guys. The video you evacuating Florida was one of my all-time Myers of the Mouse moments ever. So that was awesome. So
It was good. Thanks.
deserved to get good views. So.
And real quick, I want to answer something Bill had asked for my Magic of the Mouse TV. He asked what my viral videos. I don't have one, believe it or not. I've got some videos that are like around 10,000, but I don't have anything that I would consider viral. And
Just 10,000.
at the time, it was viral to me because I had less than 50 subs when I did it, but it was 100% planned out. Where I opened up before I went even on camera, I was doing toys with my nieces, and we did these little Tsum Tsum packs for, I think it was series 10, and we had 100 views. And I thought, oh, that was kind of interesting. We were watching toy channels for a long time, and some of them have millions of subscribers. And I thought, I'm going to try to get ahead of this. I pre-ordered the next series, which was series 11, I think it was. And then, so it came to me. It was as soon as I knew it was coming in, I had everything set up and ready to go, ready to film. The minute it hit my doorstep, we filmed it and put it on immediately. We got it out 4 days before anybody else put theirs out, and that's my best video.
That's awesome.
And I had less than 50 subs at the time.
I love those videos, Steve. I miss them.
So, I can't do them now, Robert. I gotta mark it as different.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I have that controversy too. I just did a fun little stream with Animal Crossing with my son.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, does that considered for kids now?
It depends.
It's a good question.
It depends on how you present your content. There's a lot of people in this community that are black and white with it. You're on either one side or the other, and it's not that simple. There's a lot of gray area, and it's a lot of unanswered questions, but it's all about how you perceive it and how it's presented. Now, if you lie to yourself and you're going, hey, look, here's a little giraffe bouncing across it, and you're doing this thing with like counting with colors, and that's for kids. And if you try to say that's not, then you're just lying to yourself. But
right, the obvious stuff, yeah.
Adults like me collect toys. I mean, it's not all about kid content.
Well, Legos are huge, really huge now. So.
Yeah, I've done every Brickhead that they've put out so far, and some of those original ones got tagged for kids, and I challenged them and got them changed. But it's a fine line of what's considered for kids and what's not, and their interpretation is to leave it up to the creator.
The good thing is, Steve, your collection of wigs will not have to have that.
They scare kids away, so I'm good with that. So.
See, I had like 50 videos that I did with my son opening up packs of baseball cards.
Yes.
Now, we used to do that, and it was popular. But I made those inactive because it's like baseball cards, because it's tough. Baseball cards, it's an adult hobby, but it's also geared towards kids. And I'm like, it was just a great area for me. It just, for those I didn't want to take the chance, because he was under 13 at the time, and it just wasn't worth it for me.
Well, and I have a walk-in closet full of sports cards. I collect them like crazy, and I even do Pokemon cards on stream too in the earlier times. But the part of that is that a lot of people don't get it. First off, even if you do take that chance, the YouTube algorithm might catch it, and even if they don't, they're not going to find you $32,000 like all these people that went out panicking to do. So it's all about interpretation, and there is a real adult hobby. And if what it says in the bylaws for all the COPPA and all that other stuff is, if it's made for both, it's not considered made for kids.
That's a good point.
If I had known you guys were baseball card collectors, I wouldn't have thrown a bunch away yesterday. I had this.
Oh, Dean.
Honus Wagner is the only one I remember, but anyway.
Yeah, right.
That's Dean, Yeah, I had this one. I don't know. It began with a B, and the last name was R. I think it was Babe Ruth. I'm not sure. It away though.
You want the Honus Wagner?
My kids put them on the spokes on their bike. Though. They made a lot of noise. And then I threw them away. I don't know. Dean.
Well, now that I'm gone, I feel like I'm out of the loop here. Where are we? What do you want to talk about? Viral video?
We just dragged your video on.
And they drag it in a weird direction.
I think we're ready for your next question.
Steve dressed up in this outfit. It was crazy. Oh, that was another stream.
Well, let me.
Happy belated birthday, Ron.
Thank you.
Ron's birthday?
It was 2 days ago, right?
Friday.
It was Friday.
Friday, yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Okay. Well, here's my next question. I'm going to start with Rob Fuzz.
Look at that.
This is a simple question, but How long should a viral video be?
It's a good question. Generally, who knows? I don't know. It could be. That's the weird thing about. I say this all the time. YouTube. Who the heck knows? You know. I would think maybe. I don't know. More. What's the trend? I don't. That's a really weird question. It could be anything. There's no rules. You know, like my biggest video, which is crazy. I have no clue why my viral video, quote unquote, is the Universal Studios Backlot Tour, and it's 33 minutes. So. 66,000 views. I have no clue why that's so huge. And then the Cinderella Castle Mystery Tour in Tokyo Disneyland, 32,000. And then I did a flyover of the World Trade Center, and that has 24,000 views. So,
and they're all longer.
One's 30 minutes, one's like 15 minutes, and one's like I don't know how long is the World Trade Center is. I got a silly commercial. I think it's about 10 minutes. The World Trade Center one. So. I don't know. You don't know. Yeah, 10 minutes is the World Trade Center. You never know.
Okay. And then the most popular one of all time is 56 seconds. So I don't think time has any bearing on whether or not something's a viral video. It's going to be about content, and the longer it is, sometimes even the longer video, you're just looking for one little thing out of that video that made it go viral. Like if you were filming a walk in the park, I don't know, and a telephone pole fell down and hit a building or something, and it went viral, and it's going to go viral for that one portion, not for the entire video. So I don't think it really matters how long the video is. And if you're trying to do that and make a viral video, you probably want to make it shorter for some big event. But I would, like LSU Mom says, people tend to have short attention spans, but I don't think time really has a bearing. I think it's about an event or content, something within your video that made it go that way.
Yeah, I agree. That one that you showed that over 300,000, that's under 4 minutes. And I have some other ones that are, I think, over 100,000. I think I had one, the one I Tick-Tock Disney. I think Josh used to do those all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because
must do
Disney. I did one from 2010. I just threw it up there, and that's like over a half hour or whatever. So I think time doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that's my fifth biggest video, the hotel TV from '83, which was kind of cool. And Josh did great with that too. Josh put it on his channel too, on Resort TV. Whatever. That's a fun little video.
Yeah, because Josh always mentioned that on the stream. He's remembered you from that video.
Yeah, Josh. Like a year ago, I went to Josh's stream for the first time, and he actually recognized my name from seeing my video. I guess I had the first one out there. That he started, added on, and I was like, oh, "Wow, that's cool." And when I met him in person, that's
what he brought up. That's so cool.
And it was a different name. It wasn't the Doofley Crew. It was Ron Mary 28. So, but he, yes. So it was weird. He put it together.
And that makes me happier than the views. That someone like Josh, who's well known, is picking little old me, right? And I had to make that impression where he just remembered what I did.
And we cheated. We recorded it off the TV. We buy the DVR.
Cool. Smart.
Josh has a freakish memory. I am not kidding you. He remembers people, circumstances. It's amazing.
Very true.
Kelly?
So my video was 4 minutes and 53 seconds long. I have a retention time of 1 minute and 35 seconds. They watched the meat of the video, the directions. They could care less that, hi, I'm Kelly. They could care less. They watched that minute 53 seconds of that 4 minute and 53 second video. But I've got almost 4,000 watch hours out of one video.
Wow,
that's crazy. Yeah, so maybe it is. Maybe the sweet spot is a minute and a half. Usually a lot of my videos are like that. Yeah.
You just never know. The evacuating Florida, my average watch time, I think Steve and I talked about the other day, was it like an hour or something like that? It was something crazy, or 53 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. It was off the charts different though.
Yeah, it was way different. So who knows?
Excuse me. A guy at our church was working in his garage one night, and he dropped a wrench, and it sounded like it reminded him of Jingle Bells.
I remember that.
Remember this, Rob?
Yeah. So crazy.
And so he
Dean was really upset about
and he starts dropping them, and he creates a Jingle Bells tune. And by the next day, he had over 1 million hits on Facebook, and he got a total of like 7 million? I can't remember. It was a lot.
That's awesome. So I'm going down to my toolbox right now, and I'll be back.
Kelly's handy. All right, so guys,
I'm watching Kelly's video. Sorry. Kelly lasted 10 seconds. Sorry, pal. This is good. What can I ask? I don't know if you talked about it. What did Vizio ever fix that solution, or they just never did?
Most of the TVs now are fixed, but not all of them were, because as soon as the quarantine hit, I started climbing again. It was crazy. So
I bought a Vizio TV just last week, and it has Disney Plus on it.
Yeah,
I think it matters maybe what model you get. Maybe
the newer.
It was the older TVs is the problem. Anything that was not anything that was like 2 years old or older, you couldn't watch it. I was literally at Walmart one day, and I was in the parking lot going inside and watched 3 people that Friday right after it opened up carrying Vizio TVs back into the store to return.
That's crazy. See,
crazy.
Come on, see, that would have been another video. That would have been a second one. Come on, what are you thinking? It's crazy. No, I always think about one kid I followed. He did Toys R Us. It's always like
I almost mentioned that one.
Yeah, the Toys R Us. I forget what he got, like 5 million views or something. And I commented on his video, and just because I commented on a 5 million view video that went crazy, I got like 600 subscribers just because I commented on a 5 million view.
Wow,
viral video. Crazy. So I'm gonna look what it is. Then he went back and did another one. I think I got a couple million too. Like a year later or something.
It was Ben Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, we're at the top of the hour, and I think Jeff Dole Whip Dad is going. Does anyone know? I haven't checked my alert.
It's on your schedule. I'm actually going to go live with my son again. We're going to go do our Animal Crossing thing again.
Yeah, he just went live now. I got the notification.
Yeah, I'm just doing a video game thing. I'm just going to have fun. So I don't want to step on anyone, but I'm just going to have fun.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you guys at least one more question each to. I had a few more, but and then just because you're on my channel, I want you to tell a little bit about what you're doing. So let's go around. Ron and Meredith, first off, my first question is, do you see value in a challenge for this community to try to make a viral video and pursue this over time? Or is it, because I heard a lot tonight is people saying, well, what I really want maybe doesn't line up with having a viral video. But I'll ask you each individually. What do you think, Ron and Meredith?
What do you think?
I don't know, because we want our videos to go viral, but I just don't know how to do that. It's like luck,
I don't know. I would say I think having a challenge is cool, because just the satisfaction you get, just the excitement, just when you get to watch your stats and just see it. Just you're literally glued to the screen watching it by hour go up, up, up. And just being able to get that interaction and just having this sense that what you're doing, there's people out there appreciating it, watching it, and liking it. And I think it's more for personal satisfaction. I think that's how I feel about it. And I think others could get that themselves. They did some kind of a challenge.
All right. So far, so good. We're on for now. Kelly?
I think a viral video challenge would be a lot of fun. A lot of us are really competitive in a good way, and I think that it'd be fun, and I think it'd be good for everyone. I think from the smallest channel to the biggest channel, to try to find a vlog or a video that would spark that viral instinct for people to watch. I think it would be good.
All right, Rob, you're next son.
I love whatever Dean does, so I think it's awesome. I think it's a great idea. I just want to finish that story real quick. So that one video got 5.6 million views. His year after at Toys R Us got 1.6, and I told him go film Steamboat Willie at the Mickey Mouse birthday thing, and that got That was my idea. 1.2 million views on something I just gave him as a win, which is crazy. So I just wanted to finish that. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. It's going to be fun. Everything you do is fun, Dean. So I'm excited. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, that's fine. And for me, the challenge is kind of taking some of these thoughts now and making it in a way that everyone feels invited to this challenge. People in the chat, people in our streaming community. Before I get too verbose, I'm going to put Steve on. Steve, what do you think?
I don't think anybody's ever gone, nah, I don't want a viral video. So I think anything we do for the community is good. And of course, if anybody that comes into the community, they tend to go to other people within that community and watch as well. So I think that anybody that should happen to hit, which twofold here, I think everybody needs to work hard at it and strive for it. But at the same time, you can't be disappointed if it doesn't happen, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's not like one of us is going to do it. Nobody may hit it. But if we do, that's only helping everybody, and it's fun. Everybody gets to get a little more creative with what they do and put out content. And at the same time, if somebody does go viral, people that tend to watch those people migrate to the other people within the community and that we all associate with. So I think it's a good thing for everybody.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, why not?
I got it. The quest to go viral will become viral.
There you go.
Right? You never know at YouTube. You never know.
I feel like we won't have been the first people to try that. All right. So coming up, and I don't know when, because next month is the show I'm doing called Predictions. And
Nice.
so I'm very fortunate to have one of the great members of our community. I'm sure he won't mind if I mention that, is going to help me out with that. Right? Somebody nod their head.
Let me guess. This guy?
Yeah.
Yes,
So that's next month. Thank you, Steve. Like you're mad at me now. So yeah, we're gonna do this predictions thing, and I'm working on that. That'll be fun. We got the fifth gate coming up. Oh, I don't want to do all my stuff first. Ron and Meredith, let's go. Yeah, we'll talk about the fifth gate. Ron and Meredith, what's going on with your channel? When do you go live? Give us a little update.
Yep. So we go live Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're usually last minute and coming up what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So we don't know what topic we have yet, but it should be soon. But we also started a new pins collection series that we're doing.
Okay.
I love it.
So we started a new Disney pin collection series. We did the first pin mail video today because we do have a lot of pins. And then right now, every Tuesdays, we started a Disney World Trivia Park series.
Yeah, it's just a short video, just a fun trivia thing.
It's just about 3-4 minutes long. Just get you to learn a little more about Disney if there's things you didn't know, and just to have fun with it.
Yeah, and I made Ron a Millennium Falcon cake for his birthday, so we have that video up.
You're awesome.
Nice.
I mean, it doesn't. It's very bad, but
it was good. But it was the first time we did a time lapse video, so I was excited about that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It tasted good. I'm not an artist. I'm not the cake boss. I'm just a mom, but it was fun.
I want a Millennium Falcon cake.
Myers and the Mouse is going live a lot.
Mama Mouse has been going here recently live every day with some craft and chat. And on Wednesday, she has Preserving the Magic, where she does some craft streams. And then on Saturdays at 1 Eastern time, Mama and I go live and visit someplace, or we stay here at home and talk Disney or have games or guests on. We've been doing that a lot here lately, and we've been having a lot of fun with taking this opportunity to spend time with the family and do things with our YouTube family as well.
Awesome. All right, well, let me get you back. Thank you, Kelly. Rob Fuzz.
I'm Rob Fuzz. I'm going to be on the fifth gate this Tuesday, 9:30 on this very channel. So please come join us. We're going to have a blast. We've been having a lot of fun. We have Disney Nerd Herders on this week. So I'm going to take my opportunity to promote our show on Deep. Or you can check out my channel too, Rob Fuzz.
And
I'm going live in 5 minutes. So.
Are you doing more retro?
No, I'm a video game channel now. I don't know if you know that. I converted over today, so I'm just having fun with my son. I promised him we're going to stream Animal Crossing, so we've been having fun. So, and we had a lot of difficulties today, so I'm going to jump back on. So, sorry,
Thanks, Rob.
Steve. Hi, I'm Steve. Steve's World.
Steve.
Oh, sorry.
I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. We just like to have fun. So anybody that usually asks, I try to make an effort to make it to hang out with them on stream. So been doing it for about a year now, and I don't think I'd change anything. So I go live on Mondays at 8, and of course the This and That crew, we go live Wednesdays at 9.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys all very much for coming. It was a treat for me. Sorry that I had a little hiccup there, but I think it probably went just fine without me. So.
The best still, Dean. I'm telling you.
Oh, is that what it's like?
It was something like that. Yeah. So I jumped on. I'm like, what happened to Dean? I'm rewinding and like, sorry, it's okay.
It was the literal blue screen of death. Believe it.
Wow.
So as Rob says, Fifth Gate coming up on Tuesday at 9:30. We'll be talking about design, and we've got shows on Sunday nights for me. So anyway, thank you very much in the chat. Thank you for being here. Sorry I wasn't better with comments. And as Steve says, they have
You're
sports
awesome,
night
buddy.
with Mouse Talk on Saturday night. So thank you, and have a